Alright guys, we're back here. One of my subscribers left a comment about how I use my BBQ and how it's set up and everything, the damper and everything like that. Currently I have a brisket in there along with 2 racks of ribs, but I'm only using the food probe for the actual the temperature you control for the food. The pit, always keep it in. What it does, it maintains my pit temperature. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm going to try to zoom in. I don't know how it's going to show up. If it is, I can't really see it. It's kind of blurry, but pit temperature right now is 210. I got to set it at 240, and what'll happen is the over here I have the actual blower. Now what this does is it spins and pushes air into the firebox when I need it, and then once the temperature gets to a certain preset that I have it set at, it will actually shut itself down and only come on when it needs extra air into the firebox to get the fire going a little bit to make it hotter. I don't know if you can see in there, but there's a cylinder that's connected. I have the damper all the way open, and I have a special adapter from BBQ Guru that allows it to interface with my pit. What I did also is I put thermal tape around all the gaps around the edge of the adapter. That way I didn't have any air leaks. Currently I'm using the Pit Viper fan, which is a 10 CFM fan. I don't know if you can see that or not, but zoom in here a little bit. But yeah, that's the setup. I use it and it works really well, along with the temperature probe for the pit to maintain my pit. Because if you see on the pit here, it says my temperature is about 250, 252 or something like that. But on the Guru, it's running an internal temperature of 214. I don't know if I'll be able to get in there and get that or not, but it's going to blur out. But so I trust that BBQ Guru, on the BBQ more than I do this gauge. I need to pull it off one of these years and do a calibration on it. But like I said, when I first started out, I did use the gauge. It did pretty well, but since I bought this Guru or the BBQ Guru or BBQ Guru, it's been perfect food every time. Don't have to fight with the damper, open it and closing it to get the right temperature internally. Had to start out with it at half open to get the fire stoked up good, to get the temperature once the meat went in, to get it back up the temperature. Then I had to close it down to about a quarter or a little bit less than a quarter opening on the damper, and then it was a pain. Then I had to come on job to start to get too hot. I had to shut the damper a little bit, and then it would and then the temperature would go back down. I had to open the damper up a little bit more, and I got tired of fighting with it. So it was the best $400 I ever spent. And that includes, like I said, the fan, the adapter, the control head itself, 3 meat probes, and a pit probe. And it's well worth it. If y'all guys have the money to get it for your pit, you definitely get it. It definitely works. Also, since it is Wi-Fi enabled, I can monitor the temperatures, change the pit temperature, change the settings for the the food to be ready. I can set it like right now. I got it on Food Probe 1, which is what I'm using for my brisket. I'm using it. I have it set at 210, so it'll alert me when it's 210. But there's two other food probes. There's 3 total. I don't know if you can see that at the bottom here. You got the pit on the left. Right next to that is the Food 1, then the Food 2, Food 3, and on the right here we have the fan and the power. And currently have a extension cord rolled up underneath here somewhere, if I can get this right, and it goes around and back around to my it's plugged in over there. And also to it makes it easier so I can go around any place on this porch I want. I have my shed with all my supplies in it. In the green tubs there, I have the first one that you see, I have apple wood chunks. The back one I have cherry wood chunks. I have a bag of Kingsford hickory charcoal briquettes, and then on top here I have some cowboy lump. I don't know if you can see it or not. Then I have my ash bucket, which is when I clean out my my firebox once all it's burned out. I have a shop vac with a vacuum bag in it that comes, especially made for those. And that way, when I suck my firebox out all the ash, and it'll go flying out the exhaust. Then of course I got my charcoal bin over here. I use. Now, like I said, you can pick up these. I think I picked up like $13 for that, for this storage bin here. I think it's for dog food, but I use it for my charcoal. And the same thing with the other bins. I got them all at was at Home Depot. And in here, I have all my charcoal, and I paid like $15–20, and I got this scoop. It's a feed scoop. You can get it at any. If you're here in California, you get them at Smart and Final, or you can go to a feed store, for a farm feed store, and get them. They're about $15–20. I got the 58-ounce one because I like to have a big scoop, so I don't have to scoop as much charcoal. And like as you can see, it's set up there. I've got my grill right here. I'm gonna use it a little later. I need hot dogs and hamburgers, and then a friend of mine gave me this old pit right here. I'm gonna have it sandblasted, and I'm gonna redo it for him. He don't know it yet, but I'm gonna probably end up giving it back to him, all back in pristine order, because he did let it go. And I'm gonna basically, you have it bead blasted. I'm gonna take it all apart, bead blast it, then have it primed and put high temperature black paint on it. So I think it goes up right up to 12 to 1500 degrees. And I'm gonna replace all the wood slats on this thing, and I'm gonna seal the actual top up here. If you look, there's a lot of gap. This is a cheap grill, probably about $180 smoker. So I'm gonna put silicone on the inside of that so it seals it all up good, and all the joints, of course, between the firebox and that. I'm gonna put a tuner plate in it for him, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'll probably rehab it, expanded metal put on that bottom set of the wire. So you put chunks of wood down there, and it'll be nice and heavy duty for him. So anyway, this video was in response to one of my subscribers that asked how I set up my my BBQ and how it worked, and did I use it to do just my food, my pit temperature, whatever. So hopefully that'll answer some of your questions. If not, leave me a comment, and I will do another video or send you an email on your comment, describing a little bit more in depth anything you want to know about the pit. Like I say, currently right now, it's got nice thin blue smoke. That's what I want to see. Don't want to see a big heavy white smoke. So anyway, guys, this is, like I said, it's been a video response. Talk to y'all guys later.